playing with a little more tempo all of a sudden here late in the first quarter. Jaquan Womack, what do you think? You've already played one of these teams?
Yeah, I played Bullis before.
Yep.
No, I played Jackson Reed too in like a fall league game or summer league game.
Okay. So you've seen these guys.
Yeah.
JJ, he's got it going on.
Yeah, JJ, that's my guy.
By the way, congratulations on your performance in the game, young man. And winning the MVP on it. Because I said, he said, who do you think's the MVP? I said, it's Jaquan Womack.
It's Womack all day long. Down low. They're moving the ball around, and Reed just can't get it to fall. Coming back the other way. Jaquan, talk to me a little bit about being a senior in this program for PVI.
I would say it's definitely hard being a senior. Like, when I was in my younger days, I never noticed how hard it was until I became a senior. But Farello, he really holds us to a higher standard, and I think that really helps me so I can prepare for college next year. Because, like, he don't just let the seniors, like, slack off. Like you know, seniors, this is their last year, you think they'll slack off. But, like, nah, he holds you to every standard there is, like the highest standard there is. He tells me all the time, like, in order for us to, like, win these games and finish, I got to play good. Like, there's no excuses. So, and
we saw that when you guys had a 20-point lead with about a minute to go. He had some choice words for a few guys. Coach Farello, I'm like, okay, this game ain't over for Coach.
Yeah,
they got you for your third, and he wasn't having it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but that's my guy though. So,
well, while we're talking about you, guy, I want to talk about your development. We've been covering you since your freshman year, since you hit the game winner in the championship.
Take it easy against the Mustang. I went to McNamara, Jaquan.
So as a cadet, I can ask this question. Talk to me about your development. Back then, you were kind of a low-post guy, a big-bodied guy, and now I see you handling the ball, shooting from three effortlessly. Talk about your development from freshman year to now.
I would say, like, freshman year, Farello, he really wanted me to get down to simple things first because for sure when I came in, I was definitely trying to be a wing, but he was telling me, like, I need to get down to fundamentals, you know, rebounding, playing defense, and then I'll be able to stress out. He always told me, like, if I could guard that position, I could be that position. So, and when I came in, I couldn't guard that position. So, really my first younger days, I was really trying to get down, rebounding, defending, you know, really work on my IQ. And then, like, this summer I really worked hard on my skills so I could really combine both. Because, like, before I didn't need to score the ball, you know, my job was to play defense and rebound. And I took that seriously and I got good at it. So, like, and now, like, all the simple things like rebounding, it's easy for me. Like, I don't even have to think about it. I just go get the rebound without thinking about it. And also it helped me be able to play in the post too. Like, I feel like as a wing or a guard, you got to be able to do both because if you can play in the both and on the perimeter, there's more buckets everywhere. So
I love that answer.
We got a buzzer beater here, Adrian Stevens. He's got a little bit of a known game in this area here. Under three, deep, no good, and that's going to do it. That is, I believe they'll wave that off. What do you think?
I think it's good.
They're gonna talk about it right now. We love, by the way, Jaquan. We love this referee. They waved it off. So, I like the way you phrase that because obviously, you know, working for a Coach Farello program, defense, rebounding, and then some more defense.
Yeah.
And it seems like everybody takes. It's not that you're taking turns, but in the development of the players in the program, all of a sudden someone gets to be a junior or senior, and they're going to be counted on not just to hit a lot of shots, but hit big time shots. And you see, you're starting to you fall into that role now as a senior. Jordan Smith, same thing, kind of started out, you know, more defensively and, you know, athletic on that side. And now he's going to be counted on for more offense. So the two of you this year really taking this team in your leadership. Talk to me about getting ready for WCAC play because once again, it's not just a top-heavy conference. You got national contenders, essentially, up and down this WCAC.
I would say what we really been focusing on is, like, every game is a fight for us. Like, we can't take anybody lightly. We come into every game knowing, like, we got to fight with these guys in order to beat us. Like, because no team, I feel like, in the WCAC is really going to, like, dominate everybody. So I just feel like every game you got to come to the mentality, like, you could lose this game. And I think the fear of losing for sure can help you win. So I would say, yeah, that.
All right. Well, that you know what? That gets it done in the WCAC. We want you to stay healthy. We want you to have fun, keep that smile all the way through the end. We look forward to seeing you. If not before, we will see you at the WCAC tournament. Don't be a stranger. Now you know how to wear that microphone and come sitting down and talk some basketball with us. Good luck to you guys the rest of the way, all right?
Thank you so much.
And by the way, yes, you're the best broadcaster in the building right now, as well as basketball player.
Yeah, that's
yes, sir.
Excellent to meet you. Keep that smile running, man.
Thank you.
And good luck the rest of the way, and good luck at Towson, where I believe you'll dominate.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely, buddy.
JJ getting back in the scoring column again, Ken. He's up to 9 here with a quick strike early in the second. Looks like we might have a 3-1.
All right.
What a nice young man.
Oh, my
me?
gosh. It's
what a nice young
first
man.
team all WCAC, first team all nice. That is a true statement. And it's so cool. We get, as sports fans, everything gets taken away from us too early. That's the beauty of high school sports. You get these guys for 4 years under the leadership of men like Glenn Farello and, for that matter, Pat Behan, and all these guys showing up tonight.
Well, let's give Jeremiah Johnson his due. He just knocked a 3 down. Didn't catch the 4-point play there, but Bullis needed to see a deep shot drop there, Ken. Jeremiah Johnson getting the guy started and playing some tough D on the perimeter, forcing the turnover.
Right.
What a humble young man, too. He talked about getting
yeah.
to take the big shots. That's a young man that after his freshman year had a game winner in a WCAC championship. Come on.
What's one way to get things started?
Yes, sir. And man, am I impressed. I was impressed with Adrian Stevens last year, but he has chiseled himself into.
Yeah, he's built out of rock. And
That's
that
a
was a
tough
nice
shot.
little. Also, if I'm not mistaken, Angelo Dickerson III with the
Yes.
left-hander.
Yes, the lefties.
What's going on?
Taking over. You got to be 7 foot and left-handed these days, Ken. Or else,
I'm 0 for 2.
they put headphones on you and stick in the corner.
JJ.
Oh, man.
Not bad. Jackson Reed controls. Diego Joy in the corner with 15 on the shot. We'll have guests joining us here throughout the rest of the day. We look forward to getting to talk to Mark Stern as JJ gets denied at the rim.
Well, Eric Reed playing some defense. Took a great angle. JJ not able to lob it up over the outstretched arms of the 7-footer.
Big rebound from the big guy as he puts the ball on the ground and
He did bring it
lays
low.
it in. He brought it all the
He
way
got
to the
low,
line. That's the
and then
lowest a
he brought it-
7-footer wants it.
Yeah, Bullis jumping back into this game with a couple of quick buckets in the second quarter.
I think Eric felt like he deserved maybe an extra shot there.
Oh, how did he get that off? That was length. Man, I'll tell you one thing about Jackson Reed. They're tough as nails. Every year they show up in here. Speaking of tough as nails, as first team All-Met Tariq Boney walks by.
Oh, yeah.
Cadet power forward. They've come into this gym, and this is this is like a neighborhood school, man. St. John's and Jackson Reed have always had not even a rivalry, just we've always joined each other in basketball, in the basketball world, and these guys always come in here and ball out. Like I said, they come in here and got a W the last 2 years against a nationally ranked Bullis team. They're unafraid, but Bullis is just getting warmed up here. As I noticed, Adrian Stevens is wearing 2 different color shoes, and I like it. Because I'm not going to say anything to him.
No.
You?
I mean, I'm not going to say anything to him other than nice shoes.
Yeah.
Where can I get a set like those? You know what? I probably wouldn't want to play against him in a pickup game either.
No more pickup game talk. We could go broadcast a pickup game. That's about the best shot we got.
It's a verbal contract. Game has tightened up considerably here in the second quarter. We got a 4-point ball game.
And Pete Newman in the game. Former St. John's cadet, now a Jackson Reed Tiger, his senior year. Going up against some of his old teammates. Big rebound there. Xavier Skipworth.
Diego Joy gets in there, doesn't pull it out as Reeb. $10 on the shot clock. And Stevens did a good job of creating the space where that foul occurred. He reached out, made a move in there, and Pete Newman was a little bit trapped. That was a veteran offensive move.
And here we go. Got the junkyard dog in the house tonight, Jerome Williams.
How about, all right.
I'm telling
nice
you.
Nice little Angelo Dickerson.
Low
3
Dickerson.
sticks. 83.
Now look, it's a one-point game out of nowhere. These guys always battle. It's always fun to watch them go after it.
Diego Joy to the corner. Time. No good. 83. Wearing number 3. He gets into the lane, and it's going to be off his head, I believe, and that's going to be Jackson Reed ball.
It's been like a minute since JJ got a bucket. It seems like he's due.
Reed comes out on him. Diego Joy for 3. And he's had a good-looking first half offensively.
Yeah, he's a player. I like his demeanor, his aggression.
Bullis can't answer with the 3. Joy back the other way, and he's on the move quickly. JJ, nice little two-way game there with Diego Joy.
Yeah,
Steven shuts him down right away.
The two of them work amazingly well together. It's cool to watch.
Yeah, Stevens really looks the part.
And he has. We've covered him for 3 years. He's been a stud, but yeah, now he looks like a grown man.
Reeb fighting down low with JJ. He's shouting for the ball. Skipworth delivers to the corner. 3's no good. Joy with the rebound. And now he's going to look to set things up.
Joy's a player, man. He is the offensive leader. He runs the show. He sets the pace. And he gets the ball to JJ.
Seven on the shot clock. Joy off the front of the rim. Reeb with a nice bounce pass to Stevens. And he's going to... Okay, he will draw the block as the referee's going to get that on Diego Joy. Might have been a situation where he was inside the old restrictor zone.
Now entering the game, number 10, Jack Connaughton.
Elevating from the free throw line, no good. Rebound, JJ.
Yeah,
Man on his back, he feels it.
I love it. It's like Barkley. He gets that rebound and just goes. Oh, what a dish! Is that a wraparound behind the back?
It was incredibly classy, and it's going to result ultimately in free throws for the Tigers. It's Marley Park, the 6'4" senior. He'll go to the line.
That's a sweet looking J.
Stretches the lead to 5. 6 even, depending on if you carry the 1.
Your one finger was hidden.
Reed for 3. A little strong off the
Yeah,
back
he
of the
went
rim.
set on that one. Two-man game, every possession down with these two. And I don't see anything wrong with it.
Lane with a tip out to JJ.
Great defense there.
Three's no good. Another rebound and putback as Marley Park is asserting himself.
He is.
Underneath the rim on offense. These offensive rebounds leading to second chances.
Oh, he's made his free throws. He's stuck a three.
Deep three. And that, I'll be honest, 83.
Well, that's why you have 10 offers and they're going to college for free. Old Dominion, SMU, Temple, Towson, you name it. There's a bunch more. But, yeah, they want guys like that.
JJ attacking the 7-footer, hanging in the air.
See him use his body there.
Another putback by Marley.
Just too much read down there as the 7-footer brings the ball up.
And they get the ball down to the 7-footer, working on JJ. And that's his office. And he'd like to be going to work there at all times if possible.
As Pat Behan enters the building. We have Pat Behan in the building.
Oh,
you can see
fantastic,
in the middle of the screen. Look at that. That's amazing, man. He's an amazing human being.
And it's cold out there.
It is.
Baseline, he'll get pushed out of bounds. Lane, Behan.
Man. Pat and his wife Natalie, his team.
Just saying, QR code up in the corner. Get involved. It's a family affair here at St. John's College High School. Under 20 seconds, 10 on the shot clock. JJ rises up, no good. Skipboard with the rebound.
Bullis has done a great job on JJ this quarter. He came out and got a bucket early, and since then, nothing. They've held him scoreless. Bullis' defense has been fantastic in the second quarter.
A lot of Eric Reeb on JJ.
Yeah.
And that'll do it. We're going to go to halftime, and that was probably the quickest half we've had all day. Don't miss a chance during this half. Take a breath. Hit that QR code and donate. Behan Strong Invitational. We'll be back. 10 minutes. We're going to turn this over to Coach Glenn Farello.
On behalf of Behan Strong, Coach Behan, who is actually in the corner just arrived. We want everyone to support you. And put else together, everyone, and clap everyone. And let them know that we love you for that. We admire the fight for each other every single day. And on behalf of the great family, and as well as Coach Behan, I'd like to thank all of you who have donated and done so much to help Pat. I'm going to turn it over to Mark real quick, but it's something.
Pat, we just want to tell you we love you. We're so happy you come out tonight. We had a great crowd on here tonight for the third annual Behan Strong Invitational. And keep fighting a good fight. And see you for a good second half. Thank you.
As two guys who have been deeply involved in this story for years, obviously Mark Stern, a close friend of the Behans and a fixture in the DC basketball scene, Capital Hoops. He's a hustler. He always has been, and hustlers get respect in this town, and he hustles along with the best of them. Mark Stern does. So we're going to have him joining us on the air here, hopefully during the second half of this game, and then of course Coach Glenn Farello. Also, again, we talk about the respect these coaches in this conference have for each other. Glenn Farello leads the way in both getting and giving. He's a very respected individual, and he, as one of Pat Behan's peers, has been a big part of this fight. And as Eric Reeb gets the second half started down low, and he comes up a little bit, Gimpy, we'll see if he's okay. He's got a bad wheel.
Oh, boy.
Bruce Kelly's telling him to take a timeout. He's going to – Eric Reeb.
That's not good.
Hopefully he just got stepped on, but he came down a little awkwardly, and we never want to see that. Take this opportunity, though, to remember that awesome WCAC final between St. John's and PVI and Pat Behan and Glenn Farello, and I'll never forget, PVI, as gifted and as amazing as they were, and had every right to call themselves champions, the manner in which St. John's slipped right past them for the title, I don't know that there were many happier people besides Coach Behan than Glenn Farello.
Yeah, I agree.
He was happy for his friend, and it was a moment that had to happen. As JJ, he'll take his moment at the free throw line here.
It was magical.
It was amazing.
It's impossible to forget. I remember standing there next to you, my man, and the game was over, and just had my hands on my head. Couldn't imagine anything like that was about to happen, and was unbelievably proud to witness it from midcourt.
And speak of the devil, by the way, hope your ears might have been burning, Coach Farello. Well, first of all, welcome to the broadcast, and gosh, we couldn't do anything of what we do without men like you leading these young student athletes year in and year out. So first and foremost, thank you for that service. And of course, as Kevin said earlier, you also know a thing or two about basketball.
My players sometimes question it, but yes, I think maybe I picked a couple of things up over the years.
We were talking about that championship game with St. John's and PVI, and I remember sitting essentially in the same kind of real estate here, looking over, and maybe aside from Coach Behan and Natalie, I didn't know that there were many other people happier than you in that moment. In a weird way, obviously you hate losing; that's in your DNA. But in that moment, you knew what the moment was about. I could see it in your face. I could see it in your smile. It was really one of the most selfless moments I've seen in another person in a moment like that, and it'll live with me forever.
I appreciate you saying that. One of the things that I tell people all the time about that moment is I was actually really proud of Pat and then Pat O'Connor, the whole coaching staff. They did an amazing job all that year in a very tough situation, obviously. And just to think about what he went through on a daily basis just to even get to practice, get to games. I mean, it was a full-on every single moment. And then to play at that level and to coach your team up to that level. And I'm not afraid to say it. In a competitive moment, like there are times where your team plays better than the other team for sure. And sometimes the other team just, they get you. And then in the coaching standpoint, like there were sometimes like I walked away from that game, and even in that moment, I was like, you know what? They outcoached me. They did a great job. Their game plan, the way they executed, the adjustments they made, and sometimes you have to just tip the cap to your opponent. And when you play against friends, you admire what they do. You know what they do on a daily basis. And so it goes beyond even what, obviously the struggles that he's had and he had to endure, but also just the appreciation from in a championship moment that, hey, man, his team stepped up, and I think they did a great job of coaching it. And you just shake their hand and say, hey, man, you got the best of us tonight. Good for you.
Ken, let me say, sometimes, that's an interesting term, Coach. You've won 38 of your last 39 WCAC basketball games. So that sometimes happened to be Pat Behan's night.
It was sometimes that one time.
So just so you remember.
Yeah, no. So anyway, going back to so with what Pat has gone through, what he even in that moment, I did understand the bigger picture of it all. Did understand it was probably his last opportunity. And then Deshaun Harris-Smith said something just so brilliant after the game. And, here's a senior that plays his heart out for us. And obviously he wanted as a junior, but he wanted to close out his and he said, you know what, I'm happy for Coach Behan. Like, this is, he said, I'm just, hey, he probably doesn't have as many opportunities to continue to coach the way he loves it. And so I'm happy for him. So you can be disappointed that the results don't go your way, but you can also be respectful and appreciative of the competitiveness of our sport. And that's what it's all about.
And Deshaun Harris-Smith's final shot from the First Amendment camera angle was absolutely on line, wasn't it, Coach?
We all thought it was going in.
Man.
I remember not thinking to myself that just like things were going to happen the way Disney kind of drew it up that day, and then seeing the replay of it and thinking oh my gosh, how did that ball miss?
We all did think it was going in, and of course we did have a magical season that year, and again, but it was a championship moment. It was a championship game. Both teams played like champions, and sometimes you don't walk away with the hardware, right? But you still played like champions, and that's what I was really proud of in our fight. And of course, we're disappointed. I hurt for my players, but you can have that duality. You can have it be able to be happy for a competitor. In their moment, and also be disappointed for your own. And again, that's what sports is all about.
The beauty of sports,
exactly. Let's not be dramatic about it, but also the gravity of the situation. And I'm really glad how everyone rallied around Pat for that and gave him his just due, as well as the whole coaching staff. Pat O'Connor is just amazing, and that whole staff and what they did in support of Pat for that run that they had. So.
Ooh. Well, it is true, and it is what sports is all about. But in this day and age and in the climate outside of this conference, it's not always what it's about. And so that's, I think, what Ken's saying here. It was just a magical night for everyone involved and anyone that loves Pat.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And Jordan Smith Jr. he was a freshman on that team. He didn't get a chance to play in that game, but he made sure to walk over today and to say hello to him, to let him know that we love him and support him, and dedicated the game before the game today. So that Paul VI St. John's rivalry, or however you want to talk about as far as that game, there's like you said, there's a lot of people that have bad blood or they don't support each other. We can actually be in those moments. We play next Thursday here. It's going to be a fun game, right? But it's going to be two teams battling it out, competing against each other with respect. And that's what you want, for sure.
In the greatest high school league on the planet, as we like to say, boys and girls for that matter.
Amen to that.
Coach, we had a chance to talk to Jaquan in the first half, and you talk about, opportunities. He had one right away his freshman year against my McNamara Mustangs at the buzzer. So he got to taste that championship feeling as a freshman for a program that is used to winning. Something cool that he said, everyone knows, and we always remind him, you show up to Coach Farello's camp and it's defense, rebounding, and more defense. But how the guys that come through your program, even the ones who can do everything, we watch you make them focused and good on that side of the ball first. And what Jaquan said is after the first couple of years, he didn't even think about it because he understood job 1, 2, 3, and 4 was defense and rebounding.
We have a joke within the program, which is not so much a joke. They understand it. The number one thing you got to do in order to play for us is play defense. The second most important thing, play defense.
That's
the
right.
third most important thing, play defense.
Yes.
And if you do those three things, we'll give you some offensive freedom.
Yes.
And I think that's a fair trade.
100%.
All our guys have talked about it. Jeremy Roach talks about it all the time to this day. Trevor Keels and, of course, Deshaun. Darren Harris, great offensive player, really opened himself up because he figured out how to like live up to that. And then therefore, you give him some offensive freedom, and then you see how they can explode.
That's right.
And so even for Jaquan tonight, he had 18 points. He really shot the ball well. But I feel like basketball karma rewards you for playing hard, playing the right way, playing for your teammates. And I'm really happy and proud of Jaquan and what he's producing. He's going to leave PVI as the winningest player in all time.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow, that's a very cool title. In fact, I don't know if there's one cooler.
No,
and there's not a nicer kid that deserves that title.
What a great smile. Go ahead.
In 2 minutes, he blew me away. Just his eye contact, his smile, how he spoke about basketball. He's a brilliant young man, and it was a pleasure to be there, and I know you know that better than anyone.
I am so proud of him and his development and how he approaches the game and how he loves to win and cares about his teammates and seeing them be successful. Like, he really gets it. And he's gonna be great for Coach Scary up at Towson, and I'm just really proud of him. So he has earned that right. And a lot of people don't realize even last year, Garrett Sunder missed a few games at the end of the season. He had mono, and so Jay had to step in, and he really stepped up and had some big moments for us. We don't win a championship even last year without him. The work he did against Gonzaga in that championship game, and then he carried us to the state championship as well with his performance in the second half. He had 12 points and 10 rebounds in the championship moment. So he knows how to rise up in the big moments, and I thought he did today. I told him and Smitty today they're going to have to carry us. They had to really establish themselves and carry us and his teammates. I think they all rallied around those two. So really proud of what those two are putting together and then helping your young guys get experience, right? So a lot of these guys haven't played at this level, and with the expectations, and we're showing some signs of life.
You talk about play defense and earn the offensive freedom. Keels must have played some great defense because I haven't remember seeing many more free offensive players in the last few years, but he did, right?
One of my favorite stories about him is he wasn't guaranteed anything coming in to start as a freshman, and he earned it, and he ended up being our leading rebounder for the first half of the season as a freshman.
Yep.
So when you do those types of things, and then the intelligence for that. I think that, so a lot of people don't, they look at how fast we play and how well we play and the skill level that we have. But our kids understand the hard hat, lunch pail mentality that we have. And so that toughness and grit that we saw today has been really a staple for us all along.
Well, Coach Farello, thank you so much for your service in the league, but also for days like today. When people get a sense of what it's really all about, what we're all really here for. We have the QR code up on the screen for the entirety of the game. We've been trying to create a little bit of competition among these games. We've been getting some donations throughout the day. Today, right now, it's up to the Bullis Bulldogs and Jackson Reed Tiger communities to beat the last two games and get really start pumping in. Hit that QR code. Every dollar helps. Every dollar goes to the 24-hour care of our friend Pat. It's such a great cause, and the product that you're getting today, on behalf of that, is second to none.
Please, everyone, I really appreciate the donations. Please have them pour in. They are being put to great use. I get a chance to spend a lot of time with Pat and Allie, and the care that he gets is amazing and is so necessary. And, of course, it does cost. And so for everyone that is willing to donate to do that, it is going to help him just have a better life, a better quality of life, as well as extend his life. And so please do. And every little bit does help, as you mentioned. And then there's a side note a little bit. Pat has grown up as an Ohio State fan, football. I grew up in Ohio, so I'm an Ohio State football fan. So we watch Buckeye games together. So.
Oh wow, that's going to be a fun weekend to have coming up.
So we had a great start to 2025 on that New Year's Day, and I got to spend time with them, and I got to see the caretakers in action and how it is that they care for them and take care of them. I've been seeing it for forever, but to talk to everyone now in 2025, how important it is for him to have and continue that care. So every single dollar goes to that, and we really appreciate that. Please, from your hearts, we really appreciate you doing that.
Coach Farello, thank you so much. I'm glad we took off our striped shirts because I don't want to be in any conversations with you wearing a referee shirt anytime soon, Coach. And by the way, you look fantastic. Thank you so much again for everything. your whole program stay healthy. We look forward, if we don't see you beforehand, we look forward to seeing you at the tournament.
I look forward to it as well. Appreciate everything that you guys do. Thank you for the spotlight you put on this. And across I say this every time I'm with you guys, but what you put, the emphasis on high school sports, the positivity, we need joy in this world. We need the positivity of high school sports with the competitiveness, but in a very positive way. You guys shine lights on so many athletes and opportunities for these kids. So thank you so very much for what you guys do, because it is a special thing how you guys operate and approach all of this. And I want to make sure I got a chance to say that.
Thank you so much,
that's
Coach.
That's awesome, man. We would have played for you anytime, Coach. Absolutely, man. And appreciate you. You're a class act.
Yeah, we're going to be bidding on those basketball camp slots, Coach. Just so you know.
You can have the one.
All right, and in the meantime,
you got a ball game
Jackson
here.
Reed and Bullis have been absolutely beating each other up. It's a 5-point game, and once again, these two programs, they got each other's number, and it's good to see Eric Reed back on the floor. Him and JJ, they're having a conversation.
As referee Darren Cox, younger brother of St. John's cadet and Maryland basketball assistant Dave Cox. You don't really get to shout out the refs, but when they're going to go out there and clean up that mess,
come on,
I'm going to give them their due. And
absolutely.
The best news for both basketball fans, as you just saw, Eric Reed back out on the floor. You hate to see a big man grab a foot, and it's great to see him back out here.
Yeah, and he's muscling through some pain, and you can see it. So get a sense of his intestinal fortitude here.
Well, he's done a great job defensively on JJ. There's only so much you can do to stop him now.
Yeah.
He is. And that was caught in the switch, though. But Jackson Reed, Bullis keeps tying it up. Jackson Reed keeps going on little 7-10 point runs and regaining that lead. So Bullis has got to figure out a way to catch up and then push through over the top. And having the ball in number 13's hands is a good start.
7 on the shot clock. Doesn't fall for 83. Pete Newman.
Good D.
Stevens back the other way. Bullis with numbers initially here.
I love Adrian Stevens attacking J.J. Massapine, saying, I'm physical too.
That's body control that is elite.
Yeah, he's going to be great at Marquette, man.
20 on the shot clock. 12-second difference here. The game and shot as we're closing out the third quarter. Bullis would love to just inch a little closer. The three, no good, and it's put back. It's no good also, and they're getting all kinds of extra opportunities. And finally, Eric Reed on his second chance, the team's fourth chance. They get the two, and with the foul to give, no, that's not a foul to give. I don't believe. I could be mistaken here.
Now Bullis has 5. He's shooting 2.
Yeah, that's a tough foul there.
There was a slight mistake.
I think Coach Kelly letting everyone know, hey, it's my fault. I think he was also looking at the wrong thing as well. A little miscommunication there, but
not a man of any ego whatsoever.
No,
just a great basketball coach. That's what guys want to play for him. He got up and said, "Hey,
my bad.
That was on me, guys." And Diego Joy is a player. He is a player, man. He's been all over the place today. Half court.
Oh, that's going to be good if it goes. We talked to the referees. There's been nothing but buzzer beater attempts all day long. As we go to the fourth quarter, 8 minutes left to go in a 5-point game. I got to tell you, this is the kind of game that it's going to be tight, like you said, probably down to the last possession, only because it always is.
That's what these two do. When you have two incredible coaches and as much talent amassed on one court, this was going to happen, man. And I hope it does. Just maybe not necessarily overtime, but, is there a better place to be on Saturday night? You were supposed to answer that.
Oh, I in a million years wouldn't want to be anywhere else than right here, right now. Especially, again, all the conditions. There ain't nobody hanging out outside in 5-degree, windy, blustery, whatever they're calling this storm. This storm will have a name before the end of the weekend.
Oh,
does it already have a name?
I'm not saying there's a better place to be, but if there was another place to be for me, it would definitely be indoors.
Indoors.
Yes. But no, the guys we've gotten to see play today, how about just the conversations? How about the people like Glenn Farello, Jaquan Womack, just the conversations in the gym? There's a lot of love going around in this gym right now. A lot of people are here for that reason, and I love that. I love being a part of it. Selfishly, yes, I love sitting here at half court watching these guys play ball, but being a part of it and feeling like you're a part of this.
That's right.
What an incredible thing to be a part of. And we were forever touched that night that Pat Behan won that game. But we watched him all season, and what Coach said, just how he got to practice, how he got out of bed, dressed, and to practice on a daily basis. It's just remarkable what that man has dealt with and the positive energy that he exudes and the way he's lived his life. Plus, he was a ton of fun hanging out with in the basement when the Nats won the World Series.
When the Nats won the World Series, or that night at Surfside.
And at Surfside. Well, we've had some fun times with that guy.
Bullis pushing. They got a corner three from Stevens.
Key.
That's the one that they want.
Yeah, that was a great look there. Great pass by Lo Dickerson there.
JJ, one step, no good.
Jack Corrigan-Connaughton thought about that multiple times, but decided to pass.
He-Man with the rebound, and the three in and out is He-Man with the...
That's a great rebound, follow-up, put-back bucket.
His name might be Hemin, but I'm calling him He-Man when you get the rebound and then you get the putback. Diego Joy.
Hinging.
All right, Bullis. It's a one-possession game. How are they going to attack this? Eric Reeb. No good, and that's going to be a foul on Skipworth.
Love watching Eric Reeb hinge, take Diego Joy off of his target.
Freshman?
Oh, yeah.
Skipworth is a freshman. I'll tell you what, he does not look like a freshman.
No, he was the most heralded 8th grade player in the area last year. Every gym I went to that he was at, there was a following. Everyone was talking about him. How old is he? What's his deal? Where's he going? Bruce Kelly had him in the middle school and was able to keep him here at Bullis High School, and this guy is the future. He's for real.
He's fun to watch. Both ends of the floor.
He was getting 50 and 60. Like, people could not.
Oh
my
JJ!
God.
He gets over the 7-footer with a two-hander in traffic.
Oh, my Lord. That was ferocious. 2 hands off the vert on a 7-footer at St. John's. Come on, man.
Reeb looking to get a little
Good
bit of
answer
revenge.
by Reeb. Good answer. That's these guys are balling now. Now they're getting after it, Ken. The energy level of the gym just skyrocketed after J.J. Massacre.
There it is again.
Thunder dunk with 2 hands on the big 7-foot German. Hung for a second, gave a stare, but Reeb answers down court. Strong stride drive with the left hand, getting his guys fired up.
And that's getting a big bird in the air. That's not just a little Learjet puddle jumper. That's like a C-130.
Hey, listen, when you play basketball, eventually, someday, somebody is going to dunk on you.
Yeah.
It's how you respond. Everyone in the gym's going nuts. He got the ball in his hand and said, I'm going to answer. Kiss off the glass for an N1 and make the free throw. That's how you answer. We got a one-possession game, 5:45 on the clock, man. The power. He's got a lot of Charles Barkley. It's not the way he rebounds and runs, the way he gets up, his burst. He is he's
under 6 to go. Timeout on the floor.
42-40. You might have had someone bump into a camera there, I think.
It happens.
It does. And someone re-bumped into it, and now it's perfect. 42-40, 5:45. These two teams, Ken, it's a tradition. It's an annual tradition for you and I to be sitting here, and these two teams to be in a one-possession game on I like to call the opening weekend of high school basketball. There's so much going on over the holidays, and football is still finishing, but I think for me in the high school, when everyone gets back from the Christmas tournaments, and look, Bullis and Jackson Reed both went and played in tournaments all over the country.
Yeah.
Took some losses and had a tough time. Now they're back home ready to get it right. That's what you do. You want to go and play these teams. Test yourself, because when conference play comes, that's what matters.
Baseline drive. And JJ dances to avoid that foul.
His
Tiptoes.
offensive arsenal is elite. It really is. Mid-range, deep threes, tremendous post game, footwork, touch. UMass Lowell is getting a steal. UMass Lowell is going to get a superstar on their roster next year. And so is UConn.
And so is UConn.
Eric Reeby heading to UConn to play for Coach Danny Hurley.
Like you said.
Kind of a perfect fit for him in that system.
Oh, sure. A lot of free basketball coming the way of these boys as Pete Newman takes one from outside. Reed with the rebound. And, of course, he'll bring it up the court. A point center.
It's like the 10th time a 7-footer has brought the ball up the court in this gym today. It's hard to ignore.
And they're going to get him for a travel.
And which it was, but I think Bruce Kelly's going to say, how about the hip check from the other team's monster?
We got a timeout on the floor. It's a good opportunity to thank our crew. Let me get that. Got our little paper here. We got a camera crew here that's second to none on this Saturday. Evan David, DeMar Gordon, Kevin Hunter, Jordan Klemko. We appreciate you guys season in and season out in the WCAC, getting the best angles. The whole team at Automatic Sports, the director, wearer of about 17 different hats, Luke David. He forgets all the hats he wears sometimes. He's a hat guy, though. I mean, he looks great in hats. And I want to say thank you to the folks here at St. John's. Dennis Hart, Ashley Gingrich in the athletic department, Pat Ward, not just making a day like this possible and supporting, what is ultimately, a fight here for their friend Pat Behan. But it's a great look for St. John's. It's a great day for St. John's. To the incoming, the newly minted president Kevin Haley and his whole staff. Chris Themistis, the principal here, he's in his last semester principaling here at St. John's. He's moving on after this year. So a lot of folks doing some awesome things here who are responsible really for us sitting in these chairs.
It's so cool to be a part of it. Ken, I know how proud you are to be a St. John's parent, and I couldn't be more proud to be one of those myself, and also an alum. I've grown up here. I grew up in this gym. 8 years old. I'm now 49. This is the first time I walked into this gym, and I've never left. I've seen 40 years of amazingness. I'm the youngest man to play for Joe Gallagher, and I have nothing but love for this place, this community, and just being here. So I would like to thank all those same people. And here we go. Eric Reeby, great job with his hands.
And a take back.
And absolutely was. Jack Corrigan-Connolly getting his number in the steal column as well.
JCC. 2-point game. Under 4 to go here. Pete Newman for 3. And that's good.
Hey, Pete Newman's played in this gym for the last 3 years as well. He's comfortable from anywhere in here, and that's a big-time 3 for the Tigers.
Skipworth up top to the corner. I'll tell you what, JJ is working as hard as he possibly can to keep the ball from going down low, and there it is. Kick to the corner. Three-pointer is good.
What an answer. Number 31.
Chris Richards, the senior.
That's a big-time answer. Not a lot of shots have been dropping, but the senior from the corner made it count.
Pete Newman to Diego Joy. He has a chance to step into one, no good.
I thought that was going down.
Yeah, it felt like it was a confident shot. Skipworth.
Look at that. You got a freshman in here making these plays.
And even the 7-footer, those legs are tired here late in the fourth quarter. The ball short off the front of the iron.
Tired leg, came down on an ankle.
Yeah.
Had a little situation.
Battling JJ.
Exactly. It's exhausting talking about it.
Joy, he gets baseline. And there's a 3-ball. Stevens with a spin, and he attacks the rim, and it's going to be off Diego Joy.
What a
Stevens.
nice move. Just couldn't finish it, but that was.
Kind of rope-a-dope
He
the
did.
guard.
He set him up.
Yeah.
He set him up. I mean, trying to defend the 6'4", 200-pound guy made out of granite isn't exactly all that simple. 2 minutes, 1 possession game.
JJ, I mean, I don't know how he got that to go in, but he did, because that's what he does.
He's just such a great offensive talent. Not that he's not great on D, I'm just saying he understands the game. He understands his game. Woo! What a move by the freshman. Couldn't get it to fall, though.
Jackson Reed up by 4, and they're going to look to work some clock here.
And Adrian Stevens knows this is a huge defensive possession as he picks up Joy and makes a great play.
And he steps out of bounds, though.
That was excellent defense.
Right in front of us. We couldn't have had a better look at that.
I hope you didn't touch that ball and ruin it for these kids.
I did not.
Good.
I would never. $15 on the shot. JJ working a long way from the basket against a 7-footer. He's got to like that matchup as he kicks for the 3. No good. And we're right about a minute to go here, and Stevens is pushing. Stevens
had that look.
And he is going down hard.
Yeah, he landed hard. He'll be all right. He's a linebacker out there playing guard. He has that look right now that he's going to take this game into his hands offensively for Bullis. He just picked up 3/4 court on defense.
And I'll just look at him real fast to make sure. It's the different colored shoes. That's what's throwing off the trainers.
The Coach Farello down there, right there, watching the game with Coach Behan in the corner. Very cool.
And they'll give them some time here because you can't play the last 59.7 seconds of this game without Stevens, in my humble opinion.
Man, Bruce Kelly has been down on that baseline, tending to Eric Reeby and Adrian Stevens. Not something that he wanted to do tonight, and I hope that Adrian Stevens is able to get up right now and walk it off kind of the same way Reeby did.
I like the referees giving a little breathing room here. And this is another guy over here on the bench for Bullis, talking to the players right now. He's a guy who's been around the St. John's scene.
Oh, Paul DiStefano?
Here and there.
Well, listen, he won a title here at St. John's.
Mm-hmm.
He still teaches here. He is one of the most revered members of the St. John's community, and a great friend of myself, my family. He's just a great guy, and if you talk to him for 5 minutes, you become 100 times smarter at the sport of basketball. It's science. Great to see him. Adrian Stevens walking. But how about Bruce Kelly, first guy on the scene for both of those players? Like, he's just.
And the referees, they're letting everyone know what's up. I don't believe Stevens is coming out of this game. I'd be shocked if he was. They might have called it. Coach Kelly may have had to call a timeout.
I think that might have been what happened, so he could go out so he could shoot the free throws.
Yeah,
and keep him in the game.
I think that's what we're going with here as the referees. Once again, live up to their title. This crew, this three, they do a great job, and they've called a great game.
It is a great crew.
Listen, no, animosity towards any other refs, but sometimes you just see when guys wearing striped shirts are here for kids.
Listen, Gary was refereeing my CYO championship game in the mid-'80s. You know what I mean? Like, he has been in this city refereeing basketball. He's seen more than anybody. All three of these guys are spectacular, and they work well together, as you can see.
Big smiles.
Look at them having fun. Out there having a good time because, you know what? They've called a great game. They can.
Stevens will take these free throws. Misses the first one. Collect himself. This is a big one. We'll bring it to a one-possession game here. And he gets the rebound, and he goes right back up. And look at that freshman with the spin around under the basket. The hardest way to get 2 points for Bullis, and they got it.
Body control and court awareness at the same time out of your freshman. Underneath a minute in a one-possession game. What a play.
And now Bullis going to have to turn up the defense here. It's 10 on the shot clock. And JJ in charge. He gets to the elbow, kicks it to the left-hand side. That ball falls short, and with 20 seconds, it's a 2-point game. Hey, who would have thought? And here we go. One possession game with 14 seconds to go. For the third straight year, there's a reason why those people, if you say the words Jackson Reed Bullis, high school basketball fans get excited.
And if I could pick a guy in this area to call a play with 13.9 seconds left, well, there's 7 of them in this gym right now.
Yes,
pick.
that's
but
true.
One of them is on the bench for the Bullis Bulldogs. Coach Bruce Kelly over there with his staff, led by Paul DiStefano. Look at that body control. That was sick. Xavier Skipworth. 6'5", small forward. I think he's got a bit of a bright future ahead of him in this area.
He's gonna be okay.
All right, so fouls to give. Fouls to give.
All kinds of fouls.
All fouls. 2 fouls right now for Jackson Reed. There we go. All-star crack staff. Thank you.
Kevin, here's what I want. Well, they're not going to get Reeb as the inbounder and the ball back quickly to him. If it was under the basket, it's not. Ball's up top.
Run a 2-man game like they've been running. Let's see if they can get any flow off of it. And Adrian Stevens, I believe.
Angelo Dickerson is going to inbound. And they're going to.
All right, Jackson Reed's not going to front the inbound. He's going to let him catch it, and then.
Stevens, and he's attacking. And he hits the ref, who's wide open, but it was tipped out of bounds.
It's a good catch. It's a good catch by Gary, though. Still got those hands on him.
And now you got an under the basket inbound play. They're going to go with the same inbounder. I always like coming right back to the inbounder. We'll see what happens here.
Same exact set St. Mary's Rican ran at the end of that game.
3 ball. And they'll get the foul. Stevens will reach, but it's 3.3 seconds. It might not be enough.
Man.
Michael He-Man, the forward, the senior, 6'6" senior, had a corner look there for the win. And now what you're hoping for if you're Bullis, just make one of those free throws. 3.3 seconds is more than enough
Well,
time.
there's no free throws. It's only 2 and 2.
Oh, you're right. I
There's
keep
no
thinking.
free throws. That's what I'm saying. Time's run out. Both teams have 1 timeout left. There's 2 more fouls to give. There's just not enough time.
Nope, there's not.
Now you can play deny defense and get a steal. That's your option here. But fouling, who cares? It doesn't matter.
Keep fouling.
You can foul twice. It's going to take up to 3.3.
Yep.
You need a steal. Full sellout. Do not let your man catch the ball, is being said in the huddle 100 times. No matter
Can you
what.
foul before the inbound?
Of course.
Without it being a technical?
You can, but you can't hold it. It is a technical if you grab a jersey and do
Yeah.
something or make something obnoxious. But
Like a
if you're
hack
just playing-
foul.
if you're just playing tough D and you body someone up, yes.
But can you give these next 2 fouls before the clock starts?
Yeah.
Like a Bill
Nah.
Belichick scenario? Like,
It would require someone with a high basketball IQ that didn't.
Okay.
Really. But also with this staff here, with this crew, this officiating crew.
And they're going to put all 7 foot of Reeb in front of the inbounder.
Need that steal. They switched on every screen.
Quick foul.
It is quick, but you got to quick again twice.
Yeah, half second
So,
right off
all
the clock.
But that was exactly what they wanted there. They're going to switch everything. They're not going to let their man catch the ball, but here we are.
We're getting
Eric Reeb.
Eric Reeb
Eric
is.
Reeb is.
I mean, we're sitting down, obviously, so he just seems taller. JJ, and that will do it. And for the 3rd straight year, a great game played for the second.
3rd straight year.
For the 3rd straight year, a 2-point game. Jackson Reed and Bullis dazzle the Behan Strong Invitational crowd. We got 1 more game to go. St. Andrews and St. John's in the denouement of the Behan Strong Invitational. The QR code's up in the corner. Please help our friend out. Help us out. We're raising money for a great cause today, and you're getting great basketball in return. On behalf of St. John's, the WCAC, the Behan Strong Invitational, and First Amendment Sports, and on behalf of Kevin Ricca, I'm Ken Meringolo. We'll see you real soon for game number 4.